The national government will officially take over the 4 critical functions from Nairobi County government on Wednesday, the 17th of March, 2020. In a gazette notice published this evening, county residents and stakeholders have been invited to make their submissions on the takeover by next Friday. A technical committee chaired by Devolution Principal Secretary Charles Sunkuli met today to list the assets, liabilities and personnel in the health, urban planning and transport and public works dockets that are reverting to the national government. Our very own Francis Gachuri reports on the meticulously planned stripping of core functions from Mike Sonko's administration.
The City County of Nairobi is counting days before the national government formally takes over 4 key functions from Governor Mike Sonko's administration that has been the epicenter of leadership squabbles in the last 2 years, a day after Sonko and Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa put pen to paper on the deed of transfer of functions. The calendar of events has kicked in. A gazette notice published this evening confirming that President Uhuru Kenyatta's administration will take over the 4 critical functions on Wednesday, 17th March, being 21 days after the deed was signed. Attorney General Paul Kihara Kariuki, who witnessed the signing of the agreement, has notified the County Assembly of the planned takeover.
Because Nairobi County, as we speak, accounts for a quarter of our GDP. So Nairobi is just not any county. We cannot, as national government, turn a blind eye to Nairobi when there is this paralysis. We cannot afford to, because Nairobi is too important.
Questions on public participation have been raised, with Senate Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen terming the transfer of functions unprocedural.
Who were the negotiators involved in the process from both the national and county government? Number 2, how long did the negotiators take in negotiation process? 3, was the public at any point made aware of these negotiations and of the plans towards transfer of functions? 4, did the cabinet approve the transfer of functions? 5, did the county executive committee similarly approve the transfer of functions?
All has not been well in Nairobi for a while. Unless you're a stranger in Jerusalem, you would definitely know that things have not been well in Nairobi. And it's a matter that has not just been of concern to the people of Nairobi, but also the people of Kenya.
In the Gazette notice, Nairobi City residents and all members of the public have been invited to submit their views on the transfer of functions through email or written memoranda addressed to the Devolution CS or Nairobi County Secretary. Those memoranda should be submitted by Friday next week. Similarly, the Devolution Ministry has organized a public participation forum on Wednesday at the Kenya School of Government along Lower Kabete Road.
The agreement also gives 21 days for implementations. The period will be firstly for the 7 days of public participation beginning today, and the rest of the period will be for the setting up of the necessary structures to harmonize both the national and county government functions to ensure seamless service delivery.
A source involved in the process disclosing that the transfer of functions was as a result of a series of petitions filed to President Uhuru Kenyatta by city residents and investors lamenting poor services, corruption and instability in Sonko's administration. A cabinet meeting in December last year discussed the state of affairs in the country's capital, with Tourism Cabinet Secretary Najib Balala appointed the chairman of a committee tasked with formulating a strategy to revitalize delivery of public services in the city.
When you have investors come into Nairobi and development plans cannot be approved for months on end, this will cause Nairobi to lose, because investors will move to Rwanda and other great cities that are working. So we cannot afford Nairobi to be dysfunctional.
Sonko will not have a direct day-to-day role in the delivery of services allocated to the 4 transferred functions. The County Assembly will, however, retain its oversight role. The Devolution Ministry will on Friday issue a comprehensive roadmap on the Nairobi takeover. Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.